Calling all Chicago Med fans, Season 10 was a wild ride. Get ready for a deep dive into all the drama, heartbreak, and triumphs at Gaffney Medical Center. Dr. Daniel Charles faces personal and professional challenges after breaking up with his girlfriend over her con artist brother, Paul, who blames Dr. Ripley for a violent attack. Ripley's involvement with Dr. Asher also becomes strained as the fallout from Paul's schemes disrupts their relationship. New Ed Chief Dr. Caitlin Lenox clashes with Dr. Archer, but proves her worth during the chaos, organizing an overflow treatment center. Tensions rise as Dr. Lenox fires a new doctor for walking off his post. In the end, Ripley confesses that his friend Sully attacked Paul, leaving Ripley vulnerable to legal trouble if a witness steps forward. The hospital undergoes a major shakeup due to a merger with Jackson Monroe, leading to staff layoffs and emotional goodbyes for Maggie as old colleagues are replaced by new faces, including Dr. Frost. Dr. Ripley, grappling with his violent past and his connection to a bar fight involving Paul, faces a committee review that could cost him his career. Despite pressure from Dr. Asher to reveal the truth and name his friend Sully as the real culprit, Ripley chooses silence to protect Sully, who is battling terminal cancer. Meanwhile, Ripley's silence ends when Asher convinces Sully to confess, ensuring Ripley's career is saved, which leads to his arrest and creates a rift between her and Ripley, ultimately ending their relationship. Meanwhile, tensions at the hospital escalate as Sharon Goodwin receives a threatening letter over recent layoffs, and co-chiefs Dr. Archer and Dr. Lenox clash over management styles. Dr. Ripley, initially angry at Asher, visits Sully in prison and begins to understand her perspective, while Sharon deals with the stress of receiving death threats, leading her to accidentally mace a child in her neighborhood. The episode concludes with a surprising discovery that someone has been in Sharon's house, confirming her fears. Sharon Goodwin faces a terrifying stalker, Patrick Dunn, a former employee she fired from radiology. Dunn has been harassing her online, and after a credible threat, Sharon is moved to safety. In the episode's final moments, Sharon learns that her stalker has died in a standoff with the police. Meanwhile, the ED is overwhelmed with patients, and Dr. Lenox faces a case review regarding the death of Jordan Bennett. She is accused by Dr. Archer of rushing into surgery without proper consent, leading to the boy's death. Archer pushes for Lenox's firing, but Sharon believes both doctors are too similar and can't work together. At the end of the day, Archer ends up with the pin and buys drinks for everyone at Molly's, following Sharon's decision to demote him and appoint Lenox as the sole chief of the ED. Archer initially took the change calmly, even supporting Lenox in her new role. However, he later confided in Asher that he planned to resign, feeling that with personal losses and Lenox's promotion, it was time for him to move on. Asher made a deal with Archer to reconsider his resignation, challenging him to take 24 hours before making a decision. Despite the pause, Archer seemed set on leaving, but ultimately slid his resignation letter under Goodwin's door. However, a twist occurred when Goodwin, who had been dealing with a stalker, was attacked by Cassidy, the wife of a woman who died due to Goodwin's decision to allocate blood to another patient. Cassidy stabbed Goodwin in the stomach, and as Goodwin fought for her life, she managed to escape and run for help just as Archer was about to leave the building, setting up a dramatic cliffhanger for the next episode. The second half of Season 10 kicks off with a life or death crisis. Goodwin is rushed into emergency surgery after her attack, with Archer stepping in to save her life. Her daughter faces an impossible choice, and Goodwin's battle is far from over. Meanwhile, Charles is blindsided when Dr. Reese accuses him of misconduct for involuntarily committing her patient, shaking his confidence. Ripley's pain turns reckless when he picks a bar fight, and the injured opponent ends up in the ED. Lenox's mentorship comes under fire, and Charles defends a colleague on the stand. Asher tends to a rape survivor with an ectopic pregnancy, showing both strength and empathy. Surprise hits Gaffney when a NAB inspector arrives. Ripley, suspended, supports Sully's widow and child. In a daring rescue, CFD's Mouch helps extract Ripley after he saves a mother and daughter from a well. Frost is stunned when he runs into Ainsley, his former TV mom and childhood seductress. Asher learns Lizzie is pregnant through Ava. Heartbreak hits Asher as she admits Lizzie for pregnancy complications only to discover there's no heartbeat. Meanwhile, Asher and Ripley end things for good. Tensions rise as Maggie and Goodwin clash over a nurse contract. Goodwin discovers her partner Washington has been hiding their relationship from his adult daughter. Paramedic Matt steps up, donating a kidney to a teen he accidentally hit. Asher contemplates being Lizzie's surrogate. With the strike looming, Goodwin tries to mediate peace after Maggie and the nurses walk out. Lenox is charmed by cardiologist Hayes until she finds out he harassed Naomi Howard. Archer and Frost place bets on who cracks under pressure first, and Ripley treats an aging player now engaged to Charles' mother. In a shocking turn of events, Charles' mother dies. Despite Frost's efforts, the donor lungs meant for Noah are stolen by a billionaire who rigs the transplant system for his daughter. Meanwhile, Dr. Lenox faces heartbreak when her brother Kip, showing signs of a genetic condition they both feared, refuses testing until symptoms worsen. Her personal life is shaken when she discovers Dr. Hayes is a serial harasser, a truth exposed thanks to Naomi. Elsewhere, Dr. Charles mourns his mother's death, regretting their estranged relationship and learning his youngest daughter dropped out of Stanford. Dr. Asher learns she can't be her sister's surrogate because she's unexpectedly pregnant herself, adding emotional complexity after her sister's hysterectomy. Sharon visits her attacker in prison but denies forgiveness, then returns to find the hospital board punishing her for the Hayes scandal, forcing her to carry out budget cuts that include demoting her own partner, Dr. Washington. He resigns, and their relationship ends. Meanwhile, Asher's planned surrogacy for her sister falls apart when she learns she's pregnant herself. Lizzie, still grieving her infertility, lashes out, accusing Asher of selfishness and reopening old wounds in their complex relationship. Elsewhere, Dr. Ripley faces moral tension while treating Aaliyah Lancer, a terminally ill teen whose father bribed to jump the transplant list. Aaliyah ultimately refuses the lungs, allowing Frost to save Noah instead. Noah's father nearly spirals but is stopped before harming anyone. Lenox discovers her brother doesn't carry their mother's fatal gene, but she does and hides it. Dr. Charles learns his daughter Anna attempted suicide and promises to stop being her therapist and start being her dad. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments. What do you think is next for Asher, Ripley, Goodwin, and the rest of the team? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.